Okay, here's the head scratcher question of the day, the minute, the hour. These questions go out to the Calvinists, the Reformed, those tulip theology people. The question is, if we are totally depraved, we are beyond reproach, we are reprobate, hellbound, sinners, haters of God, insolent, wicked people, we desire only evil. That's our nature. We could never do anything good. By the way, that's the position of the Reformed. The question is, how can we ever trust ourselves if the state of being that we come from is one that in no way, shape, or form can understand truth, spiritual things? No way, shape, or form can we desire Jesus and want this relationship with him, not without God regenerating and doing irresistible work in our heart. Ezekiel 36:26, giving us a new heart of flesh and removing the heart of stone. Again, that's what, Calvinists might say, or Reformed people might say. But wait a second. Right now, I think that I do understand a good portion of the Bible and spiritual things, and I do believe I was called and saved and regenerated, and I'm born again, but how can I trust any of those things that I think I understand? By the way, I'm going to scroll through the screen. These are all different modern day and old day theologians that believed in total depravity, whether it be Luther or Calvin or R.C. Sproul or the Carm website. James Martin is a modern day. He's just on YouTube. The Westminster Confession, Lundus Baptist Confession, Ligonier Ministries. You can go back and pause those. I think I'm going slow enough. So notice I let the Calvinist website speak for themselves. Here's R.C. Sproul's words and thoughts, and probably a clip from his website. Again, if we're born by decree, by the way, according to Calvinism and Reformed and Tulip, we're born by decree, just totally lost. So lost, couldn't be found unless God does a miracle work of finding you and waking you up and opening your eyes and shining light so that you can see the gospel truth. But wait a second. Even after we're saved, born again, how can we trust ourselves? How can we trust what we believe is actually true and accurate and from Christ when we were so reprobately, sinfully, woefully broken and unable? A quote from, I can't remember, A.W. Pink. It doesn't matter. That's my head scratcher. How do we trust ourselves? And let's take it one step further, though. If I was born so sinful and so tainted in all of my faculties that I couldn't understand spiritual things on my own, and we know that there's lots of theologians, ones we trust, that disagree on Bible doctrines. That disagreement on Bible doctrines, even in the born-again person, has to be the decree of God. So if God does actually decree that some people would be born again by his decree and by his irresistible work, and they would be confused, they wouldn't have the right and true teaching of doctrine, and we know that to be fact, then again, I go back to my head scratcher. How can we really trust that what we think we're believing spiritually as born again Christians, that we're actually right? How can we put all our eggs in that basket? How can we live for those things that may in fact be a decree that's wrong, or even if it's not decreed, it just might be wrong doctrine? How do we grow in our faith and our trust and our hope? And how do we grow in serving the Lord if at every turn what we think we believe is right and true and what should be obeyed actually isn't true, or we're not actually saved, or, man, This is a wicked conundrum here, and I'm ready for some answers from any Calvinist, Reformed, loving tulip followers. How can we trust ourselves at all, even as born-again Christians, and what we believe is true, if we come from a state where we can't believe anything that is true because of our fallen nature? Head scratchers abound.